which was held here in 2015. I think I was dressed as a flamenco dancer having a beer with Miguel, and we came up with this idea, and 3 years later it actually came to fruition. So I want to say thank you for the faith, and thank you to everybody here for supporting our cause. So I just want to talk about a couple of new developments that we have developed at AviaDev over the last year. The first is the Route Development Scorecard. So has anybody taken this in the room? Put your hand up if you have. I don't need to know your score, Enzo, but thank you very much. So it's a free scorecard. When you go on the website, you'll see it in the top right-hand corner. It's 20 questions that will basically rank you in 5 different capabilities and give you a score as a percentage out of 100, which you'll get emailed a personalized PDF report. You can take that on a periodic basis. It's a nice thing to share with some of your stakeholders and get them to take the test as well. So if you haven't done it, it takes 5 minutes, and it's just a nice thing to do. This is what it looks like. Very simple to fill in, and then away you go, you get the PDF. And the second thing to mention is the AviaDev Europe podcast. So if you've listened to an episode, can I have a show of hands? Okay, great, a few. And if you've been a guest on the podcast as well, I'm sure there's a few of those in here. So we're now over 50 episodes in. Podcast, we think, is a really, really great way to communicate with people and to allow you, when you're in flight mode on the aircraft, to actually absorb something, hopefully in a very interesting and energetic way. And Uri has taken this on in Europe, and we're now at, I think, 55 episodes, give or take. And so if you want to become a guest over the next months, we're not going to stop after tomorrow and say, okay, see you next year. We're going to be relevant here in the European market. So speak to Uri. You can get on the podcast. We also have an African one, which I run, which is about to hit 100 episodes as well. So if you have that sort of niche interest, then feel free to get involved with that. It's totally free to download. You can get it on iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's on our homepage. You just Google AviaDev Insight Europe and you'll find it. Share it with whoever you think would be interested. So we're now going to break for a coffee and something to eat. Massive thank you to the sponsors of the coffee break, Lithuanian Airports. I can see Justas at the door there. Waiting to greet everybody. So thank you so much. We need to be back because with time, we obviously want to start at 2 o'clock prompt for the meetings. We want to give you a lovely lunch as well. So 10 minutes, if you can all have an espresso. If you're planning a long coffee, go for the espresso, come back in, and 11:30 we'll get started. But thank you for your attention.